Center for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. Tonight, the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds host the #1 ranked Andover Huskies. Joe Young, Bill Hupp up above the action tonight. And Bill, the Bluebirds will certainly have their hands full. The Huskies have been lights out so far this season.
Well, the defending state champs are that for a reason. They haven't lost in more than a year. They're on a 17-game winning streak. And they, as you alluded to, they're red hot. They have given up 2 goals all season, so they've had shutouts in 7 of their 9 games, and they're just balanced. They're solid offensively, solid defensively, and so tonight will be as tough a challenge as CPCR will face all season.
Well, they have a number of girls, the Andover Huskies, that can get the job done. Peyton Hemp leads the way in goals and points, 11 goals, 29 points to lead the team in both categories. But she's not alone at the top of the leaderboard. They've got 2 girls with over 20 points. I think 8 girls with double-digit points. So they've got a number of girls who can put the puck in the net and will cause troubles for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids defense.
And like any good team, Joe, this is a very balanced team. So you just look up and down the lineup, and they have 6 girls with between 15 and 20 points or more. And so it's just like any good team, right? If you stop one, there's going to be others that can beat you, and that's certainly the case with the Andover Huskies, and that's why they're so challenging.
And for the Fighting Bluebirds, Molly Terabeza is leading the team in goals scored with 5 this season. It's been a slow season for this team offensively, especially the first couple of games. They only had 1 goal through their first 3 games. They're hoping that Terabeza, Delaney Johnson, some of the others up front can get even hotter on the offensive end, but they'll be challenged. As you mentioned, just 2 goals allowed by Andover this year, both against Elk River, 1 each in each of their 2 contests against the Elks, both on the power play and both to Maddie Christian, who is a very talented player for the Elks. So the Andover Huskies outscoring opponents 76-2 through 9 games. They're not quite perfect, but as close as you can get. We'll take a break. We'll be back with Puck Drop. The Huskies and the Fighting Bluebirds take the ice next on CTN.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
we need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
Stay at least 6 feet away from other people, and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering.
Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love. Mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies. Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
Coon Rapids Ice Center just about ready to get this one started between the Fighting Bluebirds and the Andover Huskies. Look at head coach Melissa Volk. Has to be pretty happy about where her team is.
Yeah, but, she's done an all right job this season.
And I'm sure, as with any coach, she's got her tweaks that she'd like to see things improve, but not too many things that you can improve on when you're 9-0 and outscoring opponents on that kind of pace. Jim Coltis, the 4th year as the coach with this co-op, Champlin Park Coon Rapids co-op, in its 4th season. And after a slow start, they've played a little bit better. They play a very difficult schedule, and this one is among the toughest. They started the season at Andover, season opener, and so the Huskies hung the banner and then hung an 8 spot against the Bluebirds, 8-0 the final in that one. Get it in deep. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids able to get it right back out. Brooklyn Johnson giving chase, pressuring Madison Clough. Clough will take it back behind her own net and now head up, looking to move it along, and gets it to Borger. And Borger will take it into the zone. Tipped off her stick by Hedlund. She's got it behind the net. Tried to drop it. That was broken up there by Delaney Johnson. Back to Borger on the near boards. Tried to center. That was deflected with a stick. Delaney Johnson able to move it ahead. Brooklyn Johnson can't keep it away from Jocelyn Mumm. And it's going to be dumped back in deep by Clough. Hedlund off the boards ahead. Tipped into the zone by Delaney Johnson. Terabeza gets there. Bumped off the puck along the end boards by Kaylin Mumm. Andover back the other way. Tyra Turner fires it wide and off the back glass. Recovered by Gettle. Plays it down low. Looking, waiting is Mumm. Played out front. And right back into the corner for Turner. Kylie Scott able to disrupt things behind, but then can't get the puck around. A pass out front and a shot just wide for Tyra Turner. Bolander moves it up the boards, right back in by Josie Hemp, and the Bluebirds able to get it right back out. Kaylin Mumm sends it back in deep. Scott behind her own net, reverses to Kennedy Bolander. Bolander will move it up the boards. Abby Ness has to go off of her skate. Picked up by Holly Fields. Fields plays it across. Handcuffed Hemp a little bit. Hemp will reset and get it back across for Fields. Fields pressured by Delaney Johnson. Back behind the net for Josie Hemp. Ahead and kicked along by Sarah Kaiser. Kaiser will swing it in deep. Abby Peterson able to get there for the Bluebirds behind the net and then poke it along. And then sent back in deep by Fields. Hedlund can't get past Kaiser. Delaney Johnson able to skate to center. 3-on-2 developing, but it was poked away by Fields. Fields recovers just inside the Andover zone and plays it back out to center. Right back in by Abby Peterson. Left behind the net by Courtney Stagman. Clough through center. Attacks the triangle. Good help by Hedlund. And then a shot off the side of the cage. Here's Kylie Scott getting it to Delaney Johnson ahead in the skates of Scott. Broken up by Borger. And here's Hemp into the zone. Peyton Hemp out front. Borger to the backhand. Stopped in close by Sam Boucher. Boucher getting the start tonight as Cameron Mayer a little nicked up in the game Tuesday against Centennial, and Boucher came in and played the second and third periods of that contest, now getting the start here tonight. Del Castillo can't get past Borger. Shot from a ways out by Kaylin Mumm is gloved by Borger, or by Boucher.
Fast start for both teams, and Andover going to spend a lot of time in the Bluebirds' defensive zone tonight without question, and they're just so relentless on the attack.
Average about 55 shots per game, and opponents average less than 10. That one deflected away from Hemp, went right through the top of the crease. Terabeza hacking at it, kept in at the line by Mumm, but the shot didn't make it through. Terabeza sidesteps Gabby Kraus, able to get out to center and dump it in deep. Stagman will leave it there. Mumm ahead for Peyton Hemp. Her pass deflected in off the stick of Gettle. Icing waved off. Kylie Scott plays it back out. Regrouping with it is Josie Hemp across near side to Madison Clough. And then into the zone comes Tyra Turner. Waits, looked to get it to Isa Gettle, but went between her stick and skates. Getting it back is Turner, and out to the point it comes for Josie Hemp. Across, the shot deflected just wide by Elena Hedlund. Had a player at the back door just looking to deflect it in, but a good stick by Hedlund didn't let the shot get through. Here's a shot deflected up and out of play, and that's a big play for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids team. Back-to-back times that Andover on the attack. Good sticks by Bluebird defenders deflecting the puck wide and then up and out of play. And that's going to come up big, getting their sticks in passing lanes and in shooting lanes and trying to limit the amount of rubber that gets through to their netminder.
Just saw the near deflection in Gotta make sure those bodies in front of the net don't cause too much disruption to your goaltender.
Clough dumps it down deep. Sarah Kaiser tried to play it back out. It's going to roll out to center. Huskies able to regroup quickly. Kylie Scott able to keep it back out of the zone. A scrum right near the Bluebirds' blue line. Scott comes away with the puck. Able to avoid a couple, but then taken away by Grace Berg. Centering pass knocked away from Madison Brown, and the Bluebirds going back the other way. Jadlyn Herr in a shot, a save made by Stagman, and she'll hop on the rebound.
Yeah, Bluebirds have to win the battles in the neutral zone because otherwise it's just going to be the puck going in and out. But here you see the best chance they've had today, but Stegman makes the comfortable pad save.
Champlin Park Coon Rapids able to win the draw, played down deep, taken away by Holly Fields. Tara Beza there to take it right back, and then Fields plays it to the line, kept in by Bolander. Shot trickled through the slot and deflected into the corner, where it's recovered by Andover. Back the other way comes Gabby Kraus into the zone, lost the handle as she entered. Del Castillo can't get it out. Hemp dumps it deep, skips over the stick of Borger down deep. Bolander can't move it ahead. Del Castillo able to get it to Tara Beza, who sweeps it into the zone, and they get a line change as Jocelyn Mumm recovers for Andover. Long pass disrupted by Kylie Scott. Tipped in by Peyton Hemp. Hemp stays on it. Gets it to Borger. Chopped off her stick by Delaney Johnson. Centering pass went off a skate. Hemp, a shot that's blocked. Puck still loose. Delaney Johnson able to recover for the Bluebirds. Plays it off the boards and ahead. Holly Fields able to skate with it behind her own net now. And now back behind. It gets away from Jocelyn Mumm. Erica Tyson there to force it along the boards. Comes back out to the point. Shot by Julian hit traffic. Low angle shot by Brooklyn Johnson. Off the side of the net. Swept around by Peyton Hemp. Kept in again by Julian.
That's a good attempt by Brooklyn Johnson.
Back the other way now comes Gabby Kraus. She'll get to the red line and just dump it in. They'll get some fresh legs out there. Julian waits, will take it back behind her own net. Tara Beza able to lift the stick and make sure that pass got through, and then her pass gets over the stick of Abby Ness, recovered by Madison Clough. Clough chased down deep into her own end. Moves it ahead, kept in at the line by Hedlund. Bouncing puck finally controlled by Madeline Jurgensen. She gets it ahead for Turner into the zone. Jurgensen tried to go to Gettle at the back door, and it skipped over her stick. Tara Beza back the other way, attacking 1-on-3. She'll just dump it in. And the Fighting Bluebirds getting a lot of line changes, keeping the legs fresh.
And I believe we've got a...
They call that icing?
Yeah. I heard a whistle, but it was very faint.
I thought that she definitely got the red line, but
yeah, here it
another
is
look
right
at
here.
it. Oh yeah, it was a step or two early. Huskies play it on net right off the draw, and Boucher able to get it and cover. Laney Johnson plays it around. Clough kicks it back down deep. Kept in at the blue line by Mumm. Laney Johnson able to force it back out. Andover will play it across. Clough will bring it in. Turner, a shot, a blocker save for Boucher. The puck still loose in the slot. Battle for it, and finally cleared to the boards. Abby Peterson ahead for Delaney Johnson. She'll get to the red line and dump it in.
And midway through this first period, the Bluebirds holding their own against the top-ranked Huskies.
Kylie Scott, a good heads-up play, stepping in front of Tyra Turner and sending that one back in the Huskies' end. Well, the longer the game stays scoreless, the more beneficial it is to the home team. Scott trying to jump on a pass before it gets to Turner again. Turner ends up on the ice. Play continues out to the point. Emma Olsen's shot is stopped. An opportunity in front for Dana Carlson, but that hit traffic. Jaden Herr forcing it out front. Loose puck. Played near side for Turner. Tyra Turner fires it off the boards all the way down. That'll be icing against the Huskies. And a faceoff coming back in their defensive end.
What a great opportunity that might have been. It came bounding to the front of the net. Looked like it surprised everyone, including the goaltender, but no Bluebirds were there to pounce on it. So draw comes back down in the Andover zone, though, and Coon Rapids, Champlin Park Coon Rapids has to feel good about how they're playing.
Off the draw, shot by Tara Beza, high and wide. Recovered off the boards by Kaiser. She gets it in. Bolander had it taken away by Brown, and her pass attempt deflected up and out of play.
What I like, too, about how they're playing thus far is they're really defending well in the middle of the ice. They're really jamming things up in the slot and not making it easy for Andover, forcing wide shots from tough angles. And you're going to give up shots to Andover, but those are the kind of shots you can live with.
I thought that one was deflected up and out. It went off the post and out on the shot. Played down deep. Not getting much on that was Ella Borger, and Coon Rapids, Champlin Park trying to get it back out. Brown taking it in deep, poked away by Kylie Scott. Kaiser jamming at it, recovered by Madison Brown. She's pressured by Bolander. Down low, a backhand chance, and that one came to the side of the net, and Kaiser put it off the side of the cage, and now it comes in on Boucher, and she'll cover it up and get a face-off.
This is what Andover's going to do. They're going to try to get pucks in deep, throw them out to the front of the net, have a lot of bodies and traffic in front of Boucher's net, and she just has to be alert to pucks in her crease and make sure she takes that whistle.
Champlin Park, Coon Rapids jumps it in deep. Stagman leaves it there for Klug, and back out to center come the Huskies. Played in on Boucher. She'll cover it up again. Lena Hedlund in the far corner, tried to play it up the boards. No white jerseys there. That one just got through Haley Fields, and a 2-on-1 for the Bluebirds. Delaney Johnson right into the midsection of Stagman, and she'll hold for a face-off in the Andover end.
A mistake from Fields leads to an opportunity for the Bluebirds. Just kind of careless around center ice with the puck, and Delaney Johnson picks it up, leads to a 2-on-1, and I think she made the right choice to shoot. Just not enough to beat Skagman from that angle.
Off the draw, Caitlin Mumm will play it behind for Jocelyn Mumm, and ahead. And now a race for it at the other end. Tyra Turner, first one there, centering. Taken away by Del Castillo, and back the other way come the Fighting Bluebirds. Tara Beza centering. The Mumm sisters, a defensive unit, able to thwart that opportunity for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Speed back the other way, and I do like the way Andover plays. Get it in deep and send it out front. Try and draw defenders down and just keep putting it in front, even when you don't have players there. Turner a chance, a save, a rebound, and that's pushed just wide. She'll recover it again in the corner.
Turner so dangerous coming off that wall. Well defended, though, by Boucher.
Champlin Park Coon Rapids can't clear. The shot by Gettle is tipped up into the corner. Turner will sweep it down low again. Gettle first one there. Back behind. Madison Brown reverses out front. A huge save on the one-timer for Sam Boucher. Good effort by Gettle, but a blocker save by the Bluebird netminder. That was the best scoring opportunity of the game so far for either squad. And the netminder wins the battle. Fanning on the shot was Sarah Kaiser, able to recover, get it down low, and again, low to high. They like to go down low and then center. And that's led to a couple of one-time opportunities for them just over the last couple of minutes. Shot from the point and goal for Madison Clue.
The St. Thomas bound senior, 6 goals now for her, and she just really slid into the high slot and took a big drive and absolutely lasered it. Very little Boucher could do on that shot.
Well, there's traffic there. Not sure how much sight she had of that puck with 3-4 bodies in between her and the puck.
And well placed too, a well placed shot for sure for Clough.
Madison Brown right back into the zone, dropped it off, and it eluded Kaiser, played back out to center by the Bluebirds. Big opportunity in close, and another big save for Sam Boucher as Ella Borger was right on the doorstep after getting through a stick check attempt.
Borger, all she can do is smile after that. Boucher's been outstanding from those close opportunities. The only goal she's given up was a long drive from way out in the high slot, but she's been really good in close, making some tough saves and keeping her team in this game.
Holly Fields plays it back in deep for Andover. It gets away from Scott. Back behind is Peyton Hemp. Her pass broken up by Delaney Johnson. Played back out to the point. Fields down low angle shot. The save by Boucher, and she's able to cover up.
Huskies really move that puck around, don't they, Joe? And they really pop it around. Very unselfish play and just getting pucks on the net. I mean, 7 shots now, nearly through 1 period.
Fields to Peyton Hemp, looking to the back door and just out of the reach of Ella Borger. Tied up along the far boards. Coming away with it was Tyson momentarily, knocked away from her by Fields. Hemp is tied up, or excuse me, that's Borger tied up. Kylie Scott trying to clear and ends up sailing it into the player bench.
It's the relentless forecheck, too, from Andover that's just keeping the puck down on their end. They're changing when they can, and they are, putting the puck on net enough that they can just get fresh bodies on the ice with each new face-off and keep the pressure on, and that your defense just gets tired after a while.
Turner tied up, able to play it back in deeper. Jurgensen kicking it along, back down into the corner, tied up by Hedlund. Turner there to assist. Puck comes free to Jaden Herr. And now Turner sends it back into the near corner. Peterson tried to redirect a play out front, and Turner shot up over the net. Centered again, puck still loose. Coming around and sending it over the net is Gettle. Klug is shot, that hit traffic, and it's going to be sent the length of the ice by Allie Hedlund. That'll be icing, but that'll give the Bluebirds an opportunity to get some fresh legs on the ice. 1:52 remaining here in period number 1.
You got to be careful when you're cycling that puck down low. You have a teammate that you can cycle it to. That went right to a Husky, and it led to a direct chance out front. And I also liked what the Andover player did, trying to elevate that puck, seeing that Boucher was down, trying to elevate it, but she missed the net.
Comes across the front. Kylie Scott recovers and now circles back behind. She's pressured there by Brown. Brown ties her up along the boards, plays it up. Klug can't stop it. Kept in at the line by Kaiser, but forced out by Tara Beza. Tara Beza gets the red line, dumps it in deep. Left behind for Kaylin Mumm. Mumm with her head up, tipped away by Del Castillo. Tara Beza bumped off it by Klug. Then Del Castillo played it out front. Kylie Scott's shot is deflected up and out of play.
Given the way the ice is balanced so far, and will probably for most of the game, it's these offensive zone faceoffs that the Bluebirds have to take advantage of. They've got to win them and get shots off these draws when they can.
Borger playing it up the middle. And Gabby Kraus into the zone, drops it off for Peyton Hemp. A shot and a stick save up out of play for Sam Boucher. Under a minute remaining.
Joe, I think Boucher's played outstanding in this first period.
She has been very strong. It come up with a couple of big point-blank saves. And the one goal, a slap shot from the point with a lot of traffic that she was trying to see through 3 or 4 bodies. But all in all, a good period so far for the Fighting Bluebirds, and they're definitely still right in this one. Centering pass, and that's been the best part of their game defensively, is tying up sticks, getting bodies on those players out front, not giving that room in the slot to the Andover players.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job clogging up that middle and making those scoring chances, making them really have to earn those scoring chances. And then when they have, Boucher has done well.
Johnson can't clear. Ghetto gets it, plays it in on Boucher, and Boucher will cover it up for another faceoff. Yeah, you talk about it's clearly a big part of their strategy is to play it down low, go below the goal line, and then play it back out to the slot and look for the shot. But most of the time when they're trying to make that pass, the intended recipient has a stick tied up or lifted and has not been able to get a shot on. This one batted in on Boucher. She'll cover it up.
And they're going to say it was a hand pass. They're going to say she brought it down, so draw goes outside of the zone.
All the way down. Is it a hand pass because it went right toward the goaltender?
Andover coaching staff questioning things as well. I'm not sure, but
I mean, if the opposition plays it, is the next to touch the puck, it shouldn't be a hand pass, but I don't know if that changes if it's a goaltender and the next move is the goaltender covering it. Either way, that's the decision they made. That's where the faceoff was, and it makes a little difference because the buzzer sounds and the period is over. Andover has a 1-0 lead. The goal by Madison Klug at 12:56 of the first period. The Huskies have outshot the Bluebirds, but just a 1-goal lead. We'll take a break, be back with first period highlights after this. Back at the Crick after the first period, Andover a 1-0 lead. They have definitely dictated the tempo and brought some pressure, but Champlin Park Coon Rapids strong defensively, especially in the middle in front of the net. And Sam Boucher has come up with a couple of very big saves. Jaden Herr, an opportunity right there. And then the one goal, Madison Clough from the top of the slot, a slap shot through a lot of traffic. Borger in close and shut down by Sam Boucher. She's played really well. Only 9 shots officially on the board, but she's played well. 8 saves on those 9 shots in the first period. And Champlin Park Coon Rapids, hasn't had a lot of great scoring chances. They have definitely been in their defensive end the majority of that first 17 minutes, but have to feel pretty good about not only the fact that it's a one-goal game, but how they have played defensively in the slot.
Well, they're doing all the right things, Joe. Fundamentally, right? They're getting sticks on the ice. They're taking body. They're clogging up the slot. And Andover, the way they play, they get it in too deep. They want to put it out up front and get tap-ins, by moving you or whatever. And the fact is that CPCR is doing a nice job of making it difficult, lifting sticks, taking body, and just really, like I said, clogging that slot area and making those opportunities difficult. And like we said, when the Huskies have had those point-blank opportunities, fortunately for the Bluebirds, Sam Boucher has come up big.
Well, and you look at your netminder, you want him to make the routine saves, which she has, make a couple of big saves to keep you in the game. She has also done that through the first period. But defensively, getting sticks in passing lanes and also lifting the sticks of the intended recipient of those backdoor passes. They've done a great job of that. They've deflected shots up and out of play. So making sure that they give Boucher as much support as they possibly can in order to help her be productive, efficient, and solid. The other end, Courtney Stagman hasn't seen a lot of action, but the Andover netminders are used to that as their team gives up less than 9 shots per game. 8.67 shots per game. That's a ridiculously good defensive stat.
That is remarkable. So 2 is about on pace right now.
Clough goes to the back door. Borger is shot that misses wide. Andover right back on the attack to start this second period. Peterson tied up with Hemp. Played out to the point. Clough's shot is blocked. Out to center comes Tyson. Dumps it in. Turned right back around by Josie Hemp out of the zone. Borger will jump on it. A 2-on-1 developing. An opportunity, a shot, and a glove save for Sam Boucher as Gabby Kraus tried to go back against the grain. And another big save for the Bluebird netminder.
Got to be so careful with the speed of the Huskies. They can transition so quickly if they pick it off in the neutral zone, just like they did there. And luckily, Boucher with the quick glove hand to make the save.
Played back in behind for Jurgensen. Out to the point. His shot didn't make it through. Gettle can't get it in on net. Terabeza trying to get it out. Finally forced to neutral ice. Sent right back in by Jocelyn Mumm. Kylie Scott from behind her own net. Chopped off her stick by Jurgensen. Scott able to recover and then had her pocket picked. Turner out front and Gettle fanned on the shot attempt. Scott plays it back to the point. Jocelyn Mumm sends her right back down low. Gettle through the slot. Comes near side to Kaylin Mumm. Another shot by Jocelyn Mumm didn't make it through. Here's Terabeza trying to get around, and that's going to be icing. As she put a little too much mustard on that one off the boards.
It's not glamorous defending with this tough, and but they've done a great job. And that's what you have to do. You have to muck it up, and you have to make it difficult. And block shots and things like that. So far, Bluebirds are doing that.
Shot from the point, misses wide for Clough. Played back in low. Out to Gettle. Gettle trying to come around. Out to Clough. Back down low to Gettle. Gettle will send it in behind, out of the reach of Turner. Hedlund will get it out of the zone. Clough will send it right back in. Peterson looking, waiting, challenged by Turner, but she's able to force it through and out to center. Erica Tyson can't control. Turner will carry it in offside, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Bluebird blue line.
And like you said in the first period, Joe, the longer this game stays close, the longer that CPCR feels like they're in it, and they're in with a shout, the better and the more pressure that maybe goes on Andover.
Kaiser kicks it into the zone. Peterson can't get it out. And now sends it into the stands. You know, in pre-COVID days, you might have gotten a free bag of popcorn for returning that, but no concessions during a pandemic.
I tell you what, though, I miss the smell of popcorn in ice rinks. It's one thing that's missing this season.
This one dumped in deep by Abby Ness. Stagman will stop it up behind her net. Good pressure behind. A centering pass went right through the blue paint. Out to the point. Kylie Scott down low for Tara Beza. Bounces away from her. Kaiser will skate back to center for Andover. She'll get to the line, dump it in, and give chase. Bolander, first one there. Can't get it past Kaiser. Kaiser back behind. It was broken up by Bolander, but now gets through to Madison Brown. Brown back down low. Kaiser will send it in again. Andover starts to cycle. Broken up by Kylie Scott. Brown will get it back in the corner. In there helping is Grace Berg as well. Out to the point. And then sent right back in deep by Jocelyn Mumm. Scott tied up by Berg. Brown dug it free. We're going to see our first penalty of the game. And it's going to put Andover on the power play. A cross check being called against Brooke Del Castillo.
33.3% on the player advantage this year for the Huskies. And the Fighting Bluebirds pretty good though at 80% penalty kill, but yeah, you can see a clear penalty. As Madison Brown nudged into the boards, fortunately didn't go in too hard, so she seems to be okay.
It was called a cross check. I don't know that it was a cross check, but you could call it a body check, which is not allowed in this sport of girls hockey. Either way, it's a player advantage for Andover. Unable to clear was Abby Peterson. Tyson got it out. Delaney Johnson disrupted the cross-ice pass. Gettle will play it back up to Peyton Hemp, and here comes Borger, 3-on-2 at the line. Borger will take the shot. That's deflected and goes wide. Poked at by Peterson, able to get it past Gabby Kraus, but kept in on the boards by Hemp. Here's Kraus off the boards. A shot, a save. Rebound bouncing around, still in the slot, loose. And finally cleared by the Bluebirds.
Oh, Bluebirds living dangerously, but managed to keep that one out. Boucher coming up big.
Turner to the back door, and that shot up over the cage for Peyton Hemp. Had a gaping wide open net and just could not put it home. Delaney Johnson tips it away. She may be in on a breakaway, and the bouncing puck just couldn't be controlled. Josie Hemp able to get it turned around. Allie Hedlund sends it to Clough and right back. And big stretch on the far side as Jurgensen enters. They're able to stay on sides. Turner, Prittner did the splits on the blue line. Circle, stops in the corner, looking out front. Just out of the reach of Sarah Kaiser. Kaiser now on the midboards with it. Down low. A jam attempt by Turner is turned away by Sam Boucher.
Good kill so far, just 13 seconds left on the cross-checking minor, and the Bluebirds have been really solid. And here's the chance in front, couple opportunities. And again, just bodies in front for the Bluebirds, not letting that
hard
puck
to see
get through.
even from that angle, it was hard to see where that puck was. This shot by Kaiser just off the side of the cage. She gets it back. Penalty is over, back to full strength. Tried a little give and go, but Turner couldn't get it past the skates of Kennedy Bolander. Kylie Scott trying to dig it free. Scott with it, gets it ahead. Tara Beza hammers it out to center, turned around by Josie Hemp. Gets through to Turner. Turner trying to dance her way out front, and that was broken up. Scott's pass knocked away and kept in by Jurgensen. Turner out front. Turnaround backhand by Jocelyn Mumm, and the save by Boucher. Forced out to center by Tara Beza. Right back in comes Kraus and the Huskies. Blocker saved by Boucher. Played in deep by Jurgensen, and Scott is going to send it the length and get a much-needed line change for the home squad.
Boy, is Kraus fast when she gets ahead of steam. She picks it up in the neutral zone and can start moving those skates. So quick, the UMD-bound winger.
Peyton Hemp in the face-off circle against Delaney Johnson. Hemp able to win the draw, back to Clough. Clough waits, gets it to Krause's shot, and right into the breadbasket of Boucher, and we'll try it again to her right.
Shot 16-2 now in favor of Andover, but Boucher's stopped 15 of them, so.
Another face-off win for the Huskies, played down low, poked away from Peyton Hemp. But here's Borger to the top of the circles, trying to play it across. Fields had trouble with it, has to retreat to neutral ice. Clough, pressured by Tyson, will get it ahead for Gabby Kraus. And now Peyton Hemp. Hemp into the zone, waits, shoots. That one misses wide, off the glass behind the net. Clear attempt by Johnson, wouldn't go. Cross to Fields, looked to the back door and deflected just wide off the stick of Kraus. Recollected by Hemp on the near boards. Hemp waits, looks out front, and Kraus's stick lifted away by Hedlund. Played out to center by Brooklyn Johnson. Huskies quickly regroup and right back in. Clough centering, and again a good stick lift prevents a shot attempt. Played back down low. Peyton Hemp, a low angle shot, blocker save, and it's played into the corner. Clough pinched there by Delaney Johnson. Peterson's pass off the skates of Tyson and out to center, where it's recovered by Sarah Kaiser. She'll dump it back in. Hedlund will send it the distance, and we'll have another icing call. 9:14 to go here in period number 2.
I mean, credit where it's due, Joe. Andover's got some really nifty zone entries. Has a great opportunity here in front, just tipped over the stick of Kraus, who was all alone in the back door. So a little bit of luck for CPCR as well, but certainly they'll take it.
They're definitely looking for that backdoor feed and the deflection into a wide open net, and that one as close as it gets, but just deflected away. That
Good
shot is
block.
blocked by Emma Olson. Bluebirds able to get it back out to center. Huskies get it right back in, sent back out by Carlson. She'll give chase as Mumm chases it back in her own end. Mumm up the boards, out to center. Kylie Scott will send it back in to the right of Stagman. Tie up along the boards. Puck comes free. Poke past Scott. Jammed at by Joslin. Scott able to back check. A turnaround attempt by Madison Brown goes wide. Kaiser out of the corner to the top of the slot. Looks, shoots. That doesn't make it through either. Kylie Scott can't get a reach on it. Brown sends it back to Kaiser in the corner. She's pinched off it by Emma Olson. Brown will recover. Brown has it tipped off her stick by Scott. We're going to see another Andover power play as Stagman goes off on the delayed call. Touched up there, and we're going to see Kylie Scott going for the trip at 9:06 of the second period.
Yeah, I was going to say, worryingly for the Bluebirds, you know, no shots in this period yet. The ice starting to feel even more tilted towards their end. So you see the trip right there.
It's not Kylie Scott, it's Emma Olson going for the trip. Good tie-up off the face-up. Bluebirds able to play it into the corner. Gettle plays it back out to Clough at the point. Back to Gettle on the boards, down low. Hemp out front. That pass deflected and then swept in on Boucher, but she's able to cover. Is not easy to play in front of the net, but Borger really battling for her position there.
Yeah, Borger just a sophomore, but leads the team in 17 assists, second line center.
Kraus can't keep it in at the blue line. Here's Delaney Johnson. Puck knocked off her stick. She continues to battle along the far boards. Back the other way comes Ella Borger. Borger into the zone. Now drops it off. Kraus up top. Clough walks to the top of the circle. A shot that misses wide. Recovered by Gettle in the corner. Back up top. Clough to Kraus. Looking into the middle, and Borger's stick taken away by Delaney Johnson. And that strong defensive presence for the Bluebirds in the middle continues, just taking away sticks and getting sticks in passing lanes, making it so that Andover can't get the quick one-timer they're looking for. Turner slowed, but continues with it, tries to play it out front. That time it was Boucher getting a stick on the pass, and it's sent the length of the ice by Delaney Johnson.
Good clearance. Again, the kill doing its job as they get fresh bodies on the ice.
Huskies trying to catch him on the change. That pass just out of the reach of Turner in front. Pressured a little by Bolander, and Bolander able to play it back out to center. And just 16 seconds left on the advantage. Just one shot on goal in this power play for Andover. Turner slowed, but able to get it behind for Madison Brown. She's tied up there by Allie Hedlund. Comes away with the puck out of the corner, looking to the back door, and it bounced off the stick of Jurgensen. Jocelyn Mumm, her pass knocked away by Hedlund and then sent the distance by Tara Beza, and that'll be icing. And that is a very quality PK for Champlin Park Coon Rapids.
Absolutely. Back to even strength now. Good kill. Just one shot allowed on that. Boucher making the save there as well, as you can see. But got to stay out of the box, though. They can't live. They can't let their Andover have a player advantage. Tough enough to stop them at even strength.
Krause's shot goes to the far corner, recovered by Peyton Hemp. Hemp looking, trying to stay away from Delaney. Johnson gets it behind the net. Will now leave it. Krause up top for Mumm. Shot, hit traffic out front. Kylie Scott recovers. She'll circle back behind. She's pressured, able to step away from Krause, and now looking up the middle to spring Brooklyn Johnson. That was broken up, but sent in deep by Erica Tyson. Delaney Johnson able to keep it in the corner. Sent around by Borger. Up top, kept in by Abby Ness. Centering pass, broken up by Hemp. Ness takes it away, a shot, and that is handled and held onto by Courtney Stagman.
First shot of the period for the Bluebirds. And how about the job Kylie Scott's doing in this period? By my count, 3 blocked shots. She helped get it into the zone and apply pressure to the Andover net right there. And she and Delaney Johnson among the many fighting Bluebirds to really put up a good battle in this period.
Hedlund can't keep it in. Gettle forces it to the other end. Turner able to get there, played it out front, a backdoor feed and a goal. Madeline Jurgensen was there, able to push it home into a wide open net. And it all starts with the speed of Gabby Kraus, or Tyra Turner, rather.
Yeah, Tyra Turner, well, I was going to say something in the first period. One of the fastest players on this ice, and very little Boucher can do. You see she makes the left pad save on the initial opportunity, but then on the back door, Jurgensen's there, unguarded, and that's just an easy tap in. But that aggressive driving of the net by Turner made that play.
No doubt. Gettle tripped up, and the Huskies are going to go back on the power play.
Looks like it's going to be Elena Hedlund, the guilty party right here. And I talked about how CPCR has to stay out of the box. But right there, just tied up and trying to pressure her to the wall, but ultimately got called for it.
So Allie Hedlund goes for the trip. Third power play of the period for Andover. Empty so far. But as you mentioned, 33%, 1 for 3 on the power play, and here's their third opportunity. Good save at the line by Gettle, but then swept out by Erica Tyson. Kraus to Peyton Hemp. She's bumped, and then had it taken away by Bolander. Bolander can't get it past Kraus. Back down into the corner. Hemp, here's Kraus walking in, a shot, and a glove save by Boucher.
What I like about how the Bluebirds are defending is so often you see multiple bodies on a player. So that team defense is, I think, helping them in terms of keeping pucks to the outside and not letting those opportunities in close.
Clough plays it down low. Hemp waits, looks, and now will send it in behind. Borger out of the reach of Gettle. She'll get it out to the point for Clough, to the center of the ice. Her pass deflected, but got through. Gettle down low to Peyton Hemp. Hemp out front. Borger tried to redirect. Pops up into the near corner. Recovered by Gabby Kraus. Looking to the back door for Gettle. Gettle into the middle. Deflected wide off the stick of Borger. Tried to play it back out front. They'll recover. Kraus out to Clough. Clough down low. Gettle. Her pass deflected by Scott. Hemp gets it back to her. Up top, Clough. That shot, pad save, rebound, and a goal for Isa Gettle.
Again, those rebounds, and as we said, 33% on the season, third of the period, third opportunity, and they convert. And again, that started with a big drive from Clough from the slot. Save, but Andover just quicker to the puck, and Gettle just fires it home off that loose rebound. So as you see here, left pad save, spills it to the outside, and Gettle just taps it home.
Well, I've been really impressed with Gettle. I'm always going to champion the smaller players on the ice, but she's got really good speed and
good hands
good head for the game.
Yeah, no question. It just seems like, Joe, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this, but it just seems like Andover's very poised with the puck, and they're always making the right play, the right pass.
They are clearly, as you mentioned very early on, a very deep team. So many different girls that can hurt you, but they play very fast, and they make the right play at least 9 out of 10 times. That's why they're 9-0 and. The number 1 ranked defending state champions, deservedly so this far in the season. Madison Brown in close, lifts it up over the net. Josie Hemp across. Wow,
good save.
Good redirect, but in good position for the save was Boucher. Shot was by Mum. I think it was Grace Berg that got the deflection out front. It was a good tip. One of the few the Huskies players have been able to get because the Bluebirds have played so well defensively in the slot, taking away those sticks and not letting Andover get the redirects. And that time the redirect was there, but the goalie was in position.
Abby Peterson's had a really nice game as well, just sort of poke checking away, using her size and in her reach with that stick to be a nice presence in front of the net.
Peterson with it now, looking up the middle of the ice, stopped up by Mum. Gets it to Turner. Pass broken up by Peterson, but recovered by Gettle. Gettle getting around, trying to play it out front, blocked by Peterson. Back in behind by Jurgensen, centering pass, chopped to center by Brooklyn Johnson. Kaylee Fields sends it the length, icing waved off. Jurgensen's plays it behind. Turner trying to get it out front. Boucher tried to hop on top of it, but it came loose. Less than a minute remaining here in the first. Centering, and that went off a skate of Hedlund and just wide. That was almost an oopsie goal. And that one deflected just wide. Jurgensen fires it back towards the net, or that was Turner, excuse me. Kept in again at the blue line by Fields. Here's Gettle with it. Playing it back down low. Wraparound attempt denied by Boucher. Chopped to center by Brooklyn Johnson, and quickly Mumm to Gettle and plays it in deep. Fired out and all the way down. That'll be icing, and we'll have a face-off back in the Champlin Park Coon Rapids zone with 5.4 to go here in period number 2.
You know, Joe, I'm glad you talked about Isa Gettle because, yeah, she has been really impressive today. The speed, the hockey IQ.
Smallest player on the ice.
Yeah.
Which
doesn't seem to be slowing her down.
Typically makes her number 1 in my book.
Of course. Naturally.
You haven't worked with me enough to understand how much I champion the smaller players. But I always...
Someone's got to do it.
I'm always a big fan of the smaller players, and she gets the goal just being in the right place at the right time, and that's a hockey IQ thing. But it comes down to that pressure that Andover has continually put on. They poured it on. They cranked up the intensity here in the second period. 16-1 shots on period in that. Or 16-1 shots on goal in that period. Now 25-3 in that category. Through 2, they have a 3-0 lead. We'll take a break. Be back with third period and the second period highlights after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, Andover a couple of goals in that second period to extend their lead to 3-0, but they have not been able to run away with this one yet. Champlin Park Coon Rapids getting into a little bit of penalty trouble in that third period, but killed off the first 2 effectively before giving up a power play goal late. But a backdoor goal for Madeline Jurgensen's midway through made it 2-0, and then a late rebound goal for Gettle on the power play that made it a 3-goal lead. But they really dominated control and possession time in that second period, outshooting the Bluebirds 16-1 in that frame.
Yeah, no question about it. And, the Bluebirds defended really, really well for most of the period. Just gave up those 2 late goals, and they've got to stay out of the penalty box in this third period. They only had 1 shot in that period, but they have to stay out of the penalty box because, by the time they got in the third time, that's when Andover took advantage. And it's just hard to keep a really good team like Andover down. But, I think the Bluebirds have plenty to be proud of about how they've competed and how they've played in these first 2 periods.
Yep, stay out of the penalty box. See if you can put a little more pressure on. I mean, at this point, with how strong this Andover team has been all season, a goal is a big win if you can get a goal against them. They've only given up 2 goals in 9 games. That is just amazing.
Not giving up goals and not even really giving up shots, as we've talked about.
Shot from the point, misses wide, deflected into the corner by Abby Peterson. Brooklyn Johnson tied up there, and it's poked back in deep by Josie Hemp. Kylie Scott can't get past Gabby Kraus. Delaney Johnson plays it up the center of the ice, and that will be icing. Thought Brooklyn Johnson might have gotten a piece of it right near the red line, but not how it was ruled.
And that's going to be a key for CPCR. I think if they can play this period as solidly as they played the first 2, that'll be a big win. That they've played 52 minutes of really solid, tough hard-nosed competitive hockey against the best team in state, they'd have to feel real good about that, no matter what the score ends up being.
Yep, and this is a team that beat them 8-0 in the season opener, and Champlin Park Coon Rapids has already seen Maple Grove that's ranked 5 or 6, and there's a turnaround goal for Gabby Kraus out front. They've played Maple Grove tighter the second time around, hoping they could do the same, but a very early goal here, just 49 seconds in for Gabby Kraus.
And we'll see the inability to clear the puck adequately, and it's just laying there loose, and Kraus knows what to do with it, turns around and just whacks it past Boucher.
That's something we've been talking about, how well they've done tying up bodies and lifting sticks in that slot. This time they're not able to do that, and Gabby Kraus makes them pay. A 4-0 lead for Andover. And the Huskies right back on the attack. Played out to the point. Mumm will play it right back down low for Jurgensen. Jurgensen out to Mumm, back to Jurgensen, and swept down to Gettle in the corner. Gettle, top of the circle, tried to play it across, taken away by Terabeza. Terabeza plays it off the boards and gives chase. And she will get there. Mumm able to tie her up. Gets support from Jurgensen. That one's stolen away by Delaney Johnson. A shot, a glove save by Stagman. And she'll hold on for the faceoff.
Well, Delaney Johnson's been the best offensive threat of the afternoon for the Bluebirds, and right there, hard on the forecheck, and then Tess Stagman didn't get it past her, but good, smart shot to fire it from that left circle.
Well, and if they were able to score without having a power play, it would be the first 5-on-5 goal surrendered by Andover this season. That is just absolutely beyond impressive. That you're into the 10th game of the season and you've only given up 2 goals to begin with, and both of those have been on power plays to Maddie Christians, who is a very good player for Elk River, and a good Elk River squad as well.
It's a remarkable level of stoutness defensively and of consistency to just do it game in and game out.
You see a team that's got that many shutouts, and you think, wow, what a goaltender they must have. And CPCR not lucky to not be going shorthanded. That was most likely a trip that should have been called.
Yeah, I was waiting for an arm somewhere,
but as stout as I'm sure both of their goaltenders are, I'm sure they're both very solid keepers, really haven't been tested that much. This shot up over the net. Corralled by Berg, but then taken away by Hedlund. Played around to the far side. Fields will keep it in. Knocked away from Kraus. Here's Delaney Johnson trying to exit the zone, trying to stay away from Fields. And we'll play it in on Stagman. Stagman will leave it there for Clough.
yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, I'm sure Stagman's very good, but, have not seen her have to do much in any game this season, including this one.
Just a sophomore. I was watching her in warm-ups, and she does move very well. There's a good opportunity out front for Jocelyn Mumm, turned away by Boucher. Played to the line, but kept in by Josie Hemp. Mumm pressured and pinched to the wall by Emma Olson. Tripping up is Bolander. First one there is Peyton Hemp. Plays it back out to the point. And Josie Hemp gives it back to Peyton Hemp. Her pass gets away from Jocelyn Mumm, but stays in the zone. Gabby Kraus trying to walk out front. Boucher able to get on top of it and hold for a faceoff.
Again, bodies on the ice, jamming up that crease area, and I think they're having fun. Certainly looks like they are, but yeah, Andover, they do what they do, don't they?
They're relentless is a good word. A lot of speed. And a good game plan. Shot right on by Peyton Hemp, and the save and hold by Sham Boucher.
Boucher just looks dialed in. She looks super focused in between the pipes tonight, or this afternoon. And I know she's given up some goals, but she has just made some really solid saves in the way she's seeing the puck right now.
Hemp out of the corner, and as soon as you talk about how well she's playing, that one maybe a little soft as it slipped between her legs. I'm not sure if she was ready for it.
Well, Hemp went between the legs of, or through the legs of one of the defenders, goal line extended, and then came into the circle. And just a great bit of skill here, as you can see her. Splits the defenders, leaves them in her dust, and then just fires it past. Yeah, that did go 5-hole.
And just like that, a 5-goal lead for the Andover Huskies. Peyton Hemp scoring at 4:20 of the third period. Gettle flips it in. Scott plays it off the glass and out past Mum. Recovered by Clough. Across. Kennedy Bolander steals it away. She steps up, gets into the zone. Her shot misses wide. Clough wings it around the board. Scott will hold it in. Sent back in deep by Tyson. Clough back for Gettle. Broken up by Brooklyn Johnson. Good step up there by Kaylin Mum to keep it away from Delaney Johnson. And now trying to stay out of the reach of Johnson, and she's able to play it in.
They just read the game so well, don't they, Joe?
They are all on the same page, which is
it's a testament
important.
to coaching.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they play as a unit, and they have attacked. For the most part, they have stayed in a two-deep forecheck, but they're can't leave that backdoor feed, but Sam Boucher able to come over and shut down Madison Brown. Brown to Clough, shot and the save. Boucher will cover it up.
That was a nifty little give and go where Clough got it back in the slot and wasted no time putting it on net, but Boucher, with no traffic in front, saw it, makes the left pad save.
Well, and they
covered the rebound.
They move really well as a unit, and you can tell that they're all on the same page, and they play together very well, and so much speed, just up and down the lineup.
And as soon as one of their teammates gets it along the wall, there's another one going to the front of the net, going to the back post, ready for a tap in or a centering pass.
Brown can't get it out of the corner, still trying to force it out front. Brooke Del Castillo able to get to center, dumps it in. Patted away by Stagman. And here they come again. Brown will leave it. Peyton Hemp takes it deep, centers, got away from Brown. And then Krause couldn't handle it either. Tara Beza had it chopped off her stick. Turned around there by Josie Hemp. Bluebirds able to play it in deep. Madison Clough from behind her own net. Pass out of the reach of Ella Borger all the way down for icing.
Gabby Krause, future UMD Bulldog. 12 goals and 7 assists on the season. I mean, this team won state over Edina when a lot of these contributors were juniors, so
it was a fun,
fearsome collection.
It was a fun game to watch, that state championship game, and as much as Andover is a rival, there's no one I like to see lose more than the Edina Hornets.
And I mean, it's a conference partner, so makes the conference look strong.
Correct.
So,
and of course Edina had won the year before. I think they were trying for a third straight, maybe.
They were, yeah.
And Edina was one of my rivals growing up. But it was a fun game. Two really talented teams, and Edina, I believe, is again ranked in that top 3 or 4 in the state right now as well. And the hope is that everything continues, and the plan is to have state tournaments for all winter sports at this point, and we hope that can still happen. Centering pass just out of the reach of Hemp, poked back out to center by Brooklyn Johnson, right back in by the Huskies. Johnson trying to get it over to Emma Olson, disrupted by Mum. Johnson slows her down, and it's played back out by Emma Olson.
And we talked about Peterson's defense all game, and great job there. Just trailing Hemp, lifting her stick. Hemp was crashing the net, and Peterson tied her up and didn't allow her to get her hands free.
Ness trying to shoot through the feet.
Well, hey, they got something
off
in the net. Wasn't a puck, but the Bluebirds.
Well, I thought maybe Abby Ness was tripped up there, and maybe it might lead to a Bluebird power play, but instead it's Ness sliding into the net and taking it off its moorings, and that leads to a face-off to the left of Courtney Stagman.
I don't believe the Bluebirds have, oh yeah, you can see it there. I don't believe the Bluebirds have gone on the power play yet today.
Nope. It's the first period, we saw no penalties. There were 3 penalties in the second, all against Champlin Park Coon Rapids. But it's been a pretty clean game played by both squads. Good pass to Spring. Tara Beza behind the defense. She comes in the shot, and Stagman is there to make the save.
Well, finally, we see Stagman in action, but Tara Beza just hopped onto it in the neutral zone, sped down the right wing, and I would say the best chance they've had here this afternoon. But you're absolutely right. This has been a very cleanly played game. As you see the wrister handled comfortably by the sophomore.
Down the right wing comes Jurgensen. Tried to drop it back for Turner. That's disrupted. Taken away by Jaden Herr. Her cross ice pass got away and all the way down. Clough will force it around. Trying to play it out in the middle. Broken up by Elena Hedlund. Here's Tyra Turner. Turner into the zone, and she scores. And that one, I think, was partially deflected by a defender's stick, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Again, the speed and aggressive skating style of Tyra Turner, just attacking that right wing and then knowing when to fire that wrister from just above the right circle, as we see here on the highlight. And you're right, absolutely. It deflected off that stick. Still a wicked shot. Tough for Boucher to save.
And that'll mean running time, as it's a 6-goal advantage for Andover. Turnaround shot by Delaney Johnson didn't get through. Peterson able to keep it in at the blue line. Deep, Brooklyn Johnson tied up there. Delaney Johnson trying to get it back to her. Pulled free by Andover and swept out of the zone by Madison Brown. Kaiser had it poked away by Shelby Julian. Ataya, puck comes free. Julian got it back to Tyson, taken away by Brown. Brown in the corner, trying to stay away from Julian. She's tied up there. Berg into support. Kicked free. Tyson to Brooklyn Johnson. She sends it down. It's right on goal. And that, that's a quick whistle benefiting the Andover Huskies as it bounced away. But I'm not sure Brooklyn Johnson would have gotten it cleanly.
That's what we call an anticipated whistle by the ref. Andover catches a break there.
Well, and I don't know that Brooklyn Johnson would have gotten to it cleanly because they had a defender right with her. But yeah, that was a very early whistle, and could have led to a good scoring chance for the Bluebirds.
But I just think the ref saw what she was going to do and then just had it ready.
Absolutely.
And didn't let things play out.
Well, and it's done typically for safety.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you don't
going forward, crashing into the goalie.
Right, absolutely. And 9 out of 10 times it's the right thing to do because she's going to cover that pretty easily, but this happened to be that 10th time. Right back on the attempt. Hemp to Kraus, knocked away from her. Here's Tyson. Tyson will send it in. I'm loving that the Mum sisters are a defensive pair.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Blue line siblings.
Here's Hemp getting around the corner. Big blocker save by Sam Boucher.
She is terrifying when she's speeding down that right wing.
Gettle pressured by Delaney Johnson, able to center it out of the reach of Bissick. Bissick able to keep it in and send it deep. Gettle centering. That one did not connect with Graybow, and the shot came in. Boucher able to cover it up.
Something Boucher's done really well tonight, Joe, is smother those rebounds, catch those shots, and not give up too many rebounds because there's Andover Huskies on her doorstep ready to tap it in if she does spill that puck. And she's done, one of many things she's done well tonight is really smother those pucks.
Clough from the point, off the side of the net. Recovered in the corner by Bissick, played out to Clough. Clough sidestepping the pressure there from Carlson out front, and another save for Boucher, and another face-off in the Champlin Park Coon Rapids end.
Well, the final score is not going to indicate how close this was for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, but they've got a lot of things positive they can take from this game.
Out to the point, is shot through traffic and somehow snuck under the pad. And Kaylin Anderson congratulated heartily by her teammates. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's her first of the year as we're deep into the bench.
Senior defender, and yeah, based on the cheering from the Andover section, every time I compliment the Bluebirds, it seems like right after. And that's just underneath the left blocker.
Yeah, and I don't know if Madison Brown was right there, had a stick in the vicinity, but I think that is going to be Kaylin Anderson's goal.
They just saved the puck, so that may be her first career goal.
That's potential too. Berg couldn't handle that one cleanly, wanted to turn and shoot. Instead, will regroup, try to center, but Brown had her stick taken away. That poked at by Hedlund, kept in by the Huskies, comes back down to Brown in the corner, staying away from Hedlund. Kaiser will carry behind, then tried to center. That was broken up. Played to the line, but kept in there by Josie Hemp. Tipped away from Brown. Hemp again in the skates of Berg. She gets it back. The shot on. Boucher will save and cover.
And Joe, you just have to wonder, how much of that is fatigue, right? The first two periods, battling for your lives and, keeping it close, and then in this third and final period, some fatigue perhaps setting in for the Bluebirds. How much defending they've been doing.
Yeah, it's definitely takes its toll spending all this time running in your defensive end. Hemp will play it in deep. Kylie Scott will recover. She's pressured as it's taken away by Borger. Borger sends it back to Gabby Kraus in the corner. Got away from her. Peyton Hemp trying to center. Borger kicking at it, trying to get a stick to it, but she was tied up there. Delaney Johnson high off the glass. Mum slowed it down. Borger recovers. Tried to get it back to Hemp out front. A shot just wide for Kraus. Hemp recovers in the corner. Hemp, a shot that misses and wings around to Mum at the point. Mum's shot through traffic into the near quarter. Josie Hemp plays it back down low. Kraus centered. Peyton Hemp to Josie Hemp. Hemp will wind fire, and the save by Boucher as we're into the final minute.
just cycle, center, point, shot. That puck's always moving. You really have to, if you're caught puck watching against this team, you will pay.
Yeah, and again, I think, here's a chance, a couple opportunities. Boucher spread out, able to keep it out of the net. Out to the point, it skipped away from Fields, and out to center. Back in comes Jurgensen. She was tied up. Clough able to force it into the corner, bodied off it by Scott. They're tied up as we're under 5 seconds remaining. Jurgensen pokes it back down low, and that will do it. The Huskies come out and slam the door in the third with 4 goals and a 7-0 win.
And their 8th shutout in 10 games for this Andover team. The juggernaut rolls on. Remains number 1 for head coach Melissa Volk.
Yeah, definitely an impressive squad, and they are continuing to get done what they need to get done, and able to open it up there in the third period, get a few more players some ice time late, and even get a goal late in the game for Kaylin Anderson. So getting some contribution deep on their bench.
Yep, as the two coaches chat. But again, a lot of positives that we can take from this game, despite the score line, especially the way the first 2 periods were played defensively. A lot of grit and grind and toughness from this Coon Rapids Champlin Park team.
While the season rolls on, we've got boys basketball on Tuesday as the Cardinals host the Eagles from Totino Grace. Girls basketball on Thursday against the Rogers Royals. We'll see the boys hockey team hosting the Anoka Tornadoes on Tuesday the 2nd. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Andover 7, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Bill Hupp, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.